I just heard that God has been keeping tabs for somebody. Let's pull some tarot about it. And always remember, if this message aligns with you, it will find you. And if it doesn't align, keep scrolling. It costs $0 to mind your own business. This collective is wondering, like, what am I waiting on? What am I sitting here waiting on? Like, I am ready to be let go. I'm ready to let go. I'm ready to move on. I'm ready to let what is done be done. But it feels like something isn't ready to be done. Like something is holding you where you're at. Something is keeping you still or keeping you stagnant or even just keeping you in the same space. Like you can feel movement getting ready. You're mentally ready to jump. Maybe even you're physically ready to jump, but there is something in your energy that keeps holding you back, that keeps wanting to say, hold on for just a moment. Wait, don't jump forward just yet. Like I know you're ready, but wait 1 second, just wait. And I feel like it's because there's something that we're not seeing. So Spirit, what are we not seeing? What do we not know that's coming? Or what is it that we're waiting on? What is holding us back? And I keep getting this like message or this energy of like, oh, well, it's all up to you. It's whenever you're ready. It's whenever you are ready to jump, or when it's whenever you're the decision maker. You're the final one. So I feel like this has to do with some type of doubt, something that is holding you back, or something in your head, like something that you're afraid of, or you feel like you're not capable, or maybe there's like an emotion you're listening to too much, something that's holding you back. Yeah, you're too in your emotions about it. You're too feeling with it. Like you're listening to your emotions over your spirit, over your intuition. It looks like we're worried too much about what might have been left behind or what we might have lost in the past, what things might have left and aren't coming back around to us. But what you're not realizing is some of those things were not meant to be here in the first place. They weren't true to you as who you were in your heart. They were not true to you as you were as for you as an inner child. They were not true to you as in what your desires have been this whole time. And right now what's happening is that you're listening to your emotions over your intuition. It's very out of balance. Like your intuition is not speaking louder than your emotions. You're needing to take a moment and to say, is this my intuition or is this anxiety? Is this doubt? Is this my intuition or is this worry? Is this a lack of self-worth? There's really it's not even that. Whenever I say you're not listening to your intuition, I genuinely mean that you're choosing to not listen to your intuition, or you're not making the objective choice to stop and listen to your intuition. I think that's what's needed right now, is that you are pondering too much. You're going back and forth between too much. You're considering too many things without going, well, does that option align with my intuition? Does that option stay true to me as what I wanted as a child? Does that option feel right in my soul? Or does it just seem like a logical option in front of me? I feel like there's some of you too are also still operating in like a space of worry or a space of like pain or trauma or like what's happened to you in the past, still not letting you go. Like it's in your energy and it still has its teeth on you. Like you're so worried about like the things that have happened from the past still being relevant to now and still being part of right now. And that's blocking you from listening to your intuition in the moment. But the thing is that like those things were meant to happen in the past to realign you, or they were meant to get you back on the right path. They were not meant to stick with you. You're ready to sit this pain down. You're ready to leave this grief behind. Like a two-way energy. It's not just you. It's like it is also holding on to you. You are holding on to it. It is holding on to you. But it's not as deep as what you may be thinking, or it's not as deep as what you may be holding onto. Like there's something here about like it's a grief that you think that you can move forward with, but this grief never ends. But this grief is meant to end. This grief is meant to transform. It's meant to change into something else. It's meant to not be what it is right now. And it needs you to just like head on confront it. It needs you to be an active participant in the moving on process of it. And I think that that's the thing, is that you've been trying to just say like, oh well, I'll give it time. It takes time, and it does, but it also takes effort. It also takes intention. And that's like what you're needing right now. You're needing intention to be added to this patience, this waiting period, this trying to just move on and like slowly, passively. Like, you need to add intention behind, I'm going to move on now, or I'm going to move into this next step, and this is being left behind, and this is why. And this is exactly what I'm leaving behind, and this is why. There's something that God, like I said, is keeping tabs. Your guides have been keeping tabs. Your intuition has been keeping, or your guides have been keeping tabs. Your spirit guides, your ancestors, but there's something specifically around God. Like, I heard God has been keeping tabs. Like, this is a justice moment coming in. And the thing is that about this is that, like, the reason why it's still holding on, like the reason why you're still in this space is because, one, God wants you out of sight, out of mind. God does not want you to be cloaked, wants you to be hidden from the people who have wronged you, from the situations that have wronged you, from the things that have not given you the good jobs, given you the attaboys, given you like the pat on the back. I'm getting all these different phrases in my head that are like other options for like good job, and it's that kind of energy. But they haven't the admiration. They haven't given you the admiration, the credit they should have given you, and God wants you completely out of sight for them, because the moment that you start to climb up again, they're going to want to come back, and they're going to want to give you a good job, hoping that they can stay in your good graces. But they need to exit your good graces because of what God has planned, because of what your guides has planned, because of what karma has planned. You have to be out of their energy, and they have to be out of your energy completely, because you just still care too much. You're too caring of a human sometimes. And that's a beautiful thing, but that's also like to your own fault. You are too caring, and God knows that if you saw this person get struck down the way that they deserve for what they've done to you and countless others, you'd immediately feel bad for them and want to run back to them, or leave an open door for them, reach out for them, be kind to them. And God don't want that. God does not want them in your energy anymore. There's a lot of tables that are about to turn. A lot of things are about to twist. A lot of movement is about to happen. I can feel that. Like, it's a big shift. I feel like, honestly, we'll start to see this probably toward the end of November, and that's been a big time frame for me anyways, is that like toward the end of November there's going to be a lot of change happen, a lot of shifting happen, a lot of moving around is about to happen. And I feel like when this starts to happen, like, the world is going to get turned upside down for everyone, some in good ways, some in not so good ways. And I feel like when that happens, you're not meant to be near that person, because if they start to drown, they're going to start trying to reach for anyone and everyone, and you're too kind, you might drown with them. You might go down with them, but you're not meant to. You're meant to be moving forward. You're meant to be living a life of passion. You're meant to be someone who knows what it is, what luxury is after a time of drought, after a time of lack, of limits. You're meant to know what it means to operate with no limits. You're meant to know what it is to not have to worry about lack. You're meant to know what it is to live a life of, I can do that just because I want to. I don't have to worry about anything else. I don't have to consider anything else. I don't have to talk to anyone else. I don't have to consider the finances. I don't have to do any of that. I don't have to worry about that. I can move forward, and I can have everything that I want in completion. That is what you're meant to do, but you are meant to have it. You're not meant to have people around you that will take it from you the moment that you get it. And I feel like that's who you've been in the past. I feel like that's who you've been up to this point, and why God is trying to shelter you right now from people that you've left behind. God's been keeping tabs not just on them, but on you. God's been keeping up with the way that you have tried to redeem yourself from your past. That He has been listening to the redemption song that you've been singing. I don't know why that's significant. Maybe you love music. Maybe there's like, well, I mean, who doesn't love music? But maybe there's like a specific song that you've been like playing a lot that you're like, this is like the energy I want to bring in. This is the energy that I want. Like, that's your redemption song. Or maybe you're a singer. Maybe you love to sing. And maybe you lost your voice for a while. I feel like that's a big energy here too. Like, in this energy that I'm tapping into, in this like channel that I'm feeling, is like, you've lost your voice for a very long time. And it's time for you to have it back. But there are other people who are going to keep you triggered, keep you stuck in this energy, keep you not feeling complete, feeling like you don't have options, but making you feel like you are still in the same place that you were before. And that's what takes away your voice. That's what stifles your voice. That's what makes it to where your voice is hard to hear from other people. Like, they want to sing over your voice. They want to talk over your voice. They want to interrupt you. They don't want you to be heard, because that means they're not being heard. They're looking at it as it's like a piece of pie. You know what I'm saying? Or like a whole pie. Like, if you get a piece, that's a piece they can't have. And that's not the case. Everyone can get their own slice of pie. There's infinite pie, but they don't want you to have yours because they're afraid that means they won't get theirs. That they're afraid that means that that's attention on someone else that isn't them. Where the same people who give you attention could give them attention too on different times. It's not a competition like that, but they're seeing it as one for some reason. And I think it has to do with their trauma, and I think you understand that. And that's why you've been so empathetic toward them. That's why you feel so like forgiving toward them, and why you feel so kindred to them. I think that also, and I'm going to pull some cards for confirmation, I think that this is also about your self-worth when it comes to like earning their love. Like, you know these things about them. You know that they are somebody who like uses or that wants to like stifle your voice so they can be heard, and you want to be the one to hear them. You want them to love you, and you want them to appreciate you, because then it's like, if you can win their love and their appreciation unconditionally, then it will be worth it. Or like, then that means you're deserving of it, because like they don't give it out easily. But like, that's not true to you. That's not who you are. That's not what you deserve. Like, that is treating you as like, it's just holding you back. It's not giving you the love that you deserve, the feeling that you deserve. Like, it's not true to your soul. It's not true to your spirit. It's like not giving you the emotional reciprocation that you deserve, to have to fight that hard for someone to love you when you give them love unconditionally, when you gave them love unconditionally time and time again. And it's time for you to start moving away from that energy. Like, you may have noticed here recently that your patience with certain things is just getting a lot thinner. Like, you are no longer entertaining the things that you once entertained. You're no longer putting up with the energy that you once put up with. There may be like an instance here recently where someone would have tried something that several people have tried in the past with you, and in the past you let it go for way too long, but this time you cut it off extremely like quickly. Like, maybe you're drawn to a certain type of partner, and that type of partner may have tried to, like, there may be somebody new that came in that fits into your type, and they like to drag you along. They like to string you along. And maybe here recently there's a new type that came in. Instead of letting it go on for months, you let it go on for a week, and you're like, hey, I can see that you're not into this. Bye. You know? And then when they try to come back and like pull you back in, you're like, no thanks, I'm good, goodbye. You know, it's that kind of energy. It's like, you're finally ready to move to smoother waters. You're finally ready to move on to a life of ease, a life of like, okay, you know what, did have this struggle, but it's not that big of a deal. It's not that big of a deal. Like, I'm going to move on now, and I'm going to do better, and I have better coming for me. And actually, I'm moving toward better. I'm attracting better because I'm moving toward it. You know, like, it's as above, so below, as within, so without. I'm moving toward better, therefore better will find me. And you're finally recognizing like the energy that you've been in before, that you're like, gosh, if this one person would just act right, if this one person would just give me the attention that I want, if this one person would just like admit that they love me, if this one person blah, 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 then I'd have everything I want. That energy gets in the way of you having what you want, because it relies on someone else doing something. But you should not have to rely on someone else having to do something for you to get what you want. You should have a partner who just does it. You should have friends who just do it. You should have family who just do it. And you're finally moving toward that. I'm around people who just do it. I'm around people who just do it. And I don't need people that I have to beg to do it. That's the energy we're moving toward, and that's the energy we're moving away from. And those are the tabs that God has been keeping. God's been keeping up with it. God has been keeping up with how worthy will you respond to the good things in your life, and how worthy will you respond to the things that are not good for you. Will you say, I am worthy of more and I will kick this to the curb? Will you say, I'm not going to sit here and let you string me along for weeks whenever I deserve someone to tell me that they care about me or not, and deserve for someone to actually be upfront with me? Are you going to pick up on the energy that's a red flag immediately and go, nope, that's not mine? Or are you going to entertain it for a little too long? Those are the tabs. Those are the tabs. God's been keeping tabs. And I will say, you're doing a lot better than what you probably think you are. That's been a big message here recently too. You're doing a lot better than what you think you are. And God has been keeping tabs and seeing how much you have improved. Like, you may not be the most valuable player, but you're definitely the most improved. You know what I'm saying? And I say that again. You may not be the most valuable player, but you are definitely the most improved. You may not be perfect in your eyes. You may not be where you want to be. You may not be to MVP yet. You know what I'm saying? But you have improved so much. You've gotten so much closer than what you used to be, and that's what God is measuring. You don't have to be perfect. You don't have to be at the end of the place yet. You don't have to be at the end goal, because you've already started moving toward it. You have made progress, and that's what's important. You have started motion. You aren't letting things hold you back. the way that you used to. You are deciphering what things you want to come in and what you want to come out, and what things you want to let go of and what things you want to hold on to. What you're needing to be a little more judgmental with is the things that affect you in minor ways, the things that may keep you from going to bed at the time that you want to, the things that keep you from maybe getting up as early as you want to, the things that whenever you really want to enjoy the last cookie in the jar, who is also wanting the last cookie in the jar when they're your cookies? It's things like that. What minor things are affecting you and throwing off your cycle just a little bit? Because those little things, like one loose screw, can add so much to the machine. You know what I'm saying? One loose screw can throw everything out of loop, out of socket in the long run. And that's what you're meaning to pay attention to right now. Like, what little things in my life are holding you back? And there's some things that you're going like, oh, I just want this to change. I just want that to change. It's so easy to change that. Like, if you're wanting to wake up a little bit earlier, wake up a little bit earlier. It's so much easier. It's so much easier than what you're thinking. And you may just not be feeling the push to do it right now. And it's for a reason. It's because God is wanting you to see the things, the little things that are holding you back right now. The little ways that people are still taking advantage of you. The little ways that people from the past still have a hold on you. The little tiny ways that things still seep into your brain and close out. The little ways that things affect your worth and make you see yourself as less than. Those little things add up. And those are the tabs that God is still seeing. Those are the things that God is still recognizing and wanting you to let go of, wanting you to decipher, wanting you to work through. If you're starting to get impatient and feel like your time window is closing on you, don't. That is, I feel like, what the biggest problem is right now, is that you feel rushed because you are rushing. But if you're feeling the urge to stop for a minute, breathe, take tabs, and look at your life and look around you and say, what little things are throwing me off? What is the little thing that I'm missing? And then you're turning around and arguing with yourself and saying, no, I've done all this work, I'm ready to go. Then this definitely is for you, because you are right. You've done all this work and you are ready to go. But also your urge to sit for a moment and to ponder and to go, what am I missing? What little things right now do I need to be paying attention to? That is also right. So you can be ready to go. You can be ready to level up. You can be ready to move on. You can be ready to get out there and go. But there's some things that still need your attention that take a little bit more time. There are investments in yourself and in your life. There are a few things that you're needing to just go ahead and take and deposit into your bank. It's a few small things that are still needing your attention and needing your time, that need you to take a moment and say, what am I keeping and what am I letting go of? What is no longer for me and what can continue on this journey with me? It's just a few things, just a few small things. You're so close to being done. I promise you. And that feeling of being done, that's where it's coming from. And that is all I have for right now. Thank you so much for watching. Be sure to follow for more tarot readings, and you have a good night. Remember, you are doing better than what you think you are. You're doing amazing.